to the Vehemence podcast. It's your host, Deasia, and today I have a special guest on here, a part of the women's basketball segment.
Jade Upshaw.
And we're going to ask her some questions to get to know her, where she plays at, what she does, and where she's from. So my first question is, where are you from?
I am from Sapulpa, Oklahoma, a little suburb outside of Tulsa.
Okay. And my next question is, what position do you play and where do you go to school?
I am a shooting guard and I go to University of Central Arkansas.
Okay. So next, what time period in your life do you remember first picking up a basketball?
Probably when I was around 3. I grew up in a pretty big basketball family, and so that's all I kind of ever knew. And so my dad was my coach, and then I'm the youngest in my entire family, so just growing up with cousins and my sisters playing, it started from a really young age.
So being the youngest and being the sister, how is it growing up playing in those one-on-one games?
Oh, it's fun. My sisters were pretty good high school players. They didn't go and play in college, but it was really fun just getting to look up to them and watch them play, and then kind of developing a love for that through them, and so yeah, they kind of helped me with my basketball skills for sure.
So after being around a basketball family, doing those kind of things in high school, what high school did you go to, and what accolades did you accomplish while being in high school?
So in high school, I went to Kellyville High School. It's a pretty small little school. It was a 3A school. I graduated with 65 kids, so it was super small. So I'm the career leading scorer there. I think I ended up with 1,700 and something points. So that was a big accomplishment. And then my team, my senior year, made it to the semifinals of state, which was the first time in basketball on the boys or girls side that we had ever gone to state. So that one for sure. Those were probably the two biggest ones that I can just think of off the top of my head, but those were really fun to accomplish.
So then after high school, what was your recruiting process like to get to college?
It was good. I think it was interesting because I didn't receive my first Division I offer until the year going into my senior year of college. I mean, of high school, and so I felt like I was very overlooked in my freshman sophomore year, and then I joined an EYBL program, Pro Skills, out of Texas, and I played with them a summer, and it kind of took off from there, and ended up with 7 Division I offers, and so it was really amazing finally kind of getting some recognition there.
So playing with Pro Skills, very high level EYBL team, how was that playing with Pro Skills, being one of the biggest EYBL teams and are pretty successful each year?
Yeah, so it was an honor to kind of get to play for them. It unfortunately was the summer of COVID, and so I didn't get really play in any of those big tournaments or anything, but just getting to be a part of something like that and getting to play with a lot of girls that are now at big Power 5 schools and kind of just getting that experience before going to college was really fun, and I think I really needed that before going into college.
So then after that, how did you decide what school you were going to?
Yeah, so it came down to Grand Canyon University in Phoenix and Arkansas State University. And I just felt like it was closer to home, Jonesboro was, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be a flight away from home. And so I was just like, you know what, I think I need to go somewhere I can drive home. And so I really liked what they had going on there. Their head coach at the time, Matt Daniel, was really great. And so I felt like I wanted to play for him. And so ultimately it kind of came down to the travel of how far it was and him. That's what led.
So then after that, going there, how was your freshman year?
My freshman year was good. With the time that I was given I feel like I did pretty well as a freshman. I think I ended up averaging 8.3 points. And so I felt like I had a pretty good, successful freshman year there. And then my head coach ended up resigning in the middle of the season, which was kind of a big kind of shift. And so our at the time took over, and minutes decreased a little bit when she did take over, and then but overall it was a pretty good freshman year.
So what made him resign in the middle of the year? What the heck?
I have no idea to this day. Like I have no idea. It was very strange. Just like one night he like made us all go and like sit in our film room, and then was like, I can't do this anymore, and we still to this day like have no idea. So it was really interesting.
Oh wow. So then
Yeah.
after that, your sophomore year, how did that go?
So sophomore year was probably the toughest year as a college basketball player in general for me. Um, I my minutes started to decrease with the coach that took over, and freshman year I was like, okay, I'm not gonna consider transferring. That was not never like a part of even in my head about that. And then sophomore year came, and I was like, I'm just gonna like prove it to her. Like she knows how good I am. Like I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. And sophomore year rolled around, and it really wasn't the same. My minutes were actually lower than they were my freshman year. When I did get playing time, I feel like I did well, and then just throughout the season, it was very up and down, and I really just kind of hit a lot of like walls last year, and ultimately I was like transferring probably was the best thing for me because I just really wanted to play for somebody that believes in me, and I felt like that was just not the case at Arkansas State, and I didn't really want to waste my talent being somewhere that one isn't winning, and then two, like I just want to go somewhere that I'm valued. And so I entered the transfer portal after last year, and so I'm happy to be where I'm at right now.
So with that, how was that? I know you said a little bit, but can you explain to people that's watching, because there's a lot of people that have hate towards the transfer portal. Me personally, I feel like it's a way to use it. Of course, if you overdo anything, it's bad, but I feel like the transfer portal has opened up so many opportunities for people to be successful. Like we've seen Angel Reese go from playing at Maryland, where it seemed like she was decent, but she was having some struggles with her coach interaction. We don't know what it was for the case, but they talked down on the transfer portal from a coach's perspective. So
Yeah.
just explain how that process was in the transfer portal and coming to your decision, because that can be very hard playing for a coach that one day you're here, next day you're there. You don't know, like, you don't know where you fit in at. It's hard for you to play like that, inconsistent.
Yeah. No, I love the transfer portal. I know a lot of people are like, okay, it's not the best thing, but like for players like me, especially like at the mid major level, and of course even at the Power 5 level, like if you're not happy, and coaches overlook a lot of talent, and that is just like the truth. And if I didn't have the transfer portal, I would still be stuck at a place that didn't value me, and I wouldn't be getting to play, and I would not be having fun. And I think that's what makes it so beautiful is that like coaches are able to leave anytime they want, take new jobs and leave their team, but like and players should be able to do the same thing. And so I'm very grateful for the portal, and I think it's amazing, and I do think it can be overdone, of course, but I think for players like me, it's a blessing because I would hate to be where I was last year. And so I love it because I'm so happy now, and so I think it's a great thing for sure.
So now transferring, were you scared about like maybe coming into the same situation? Like, what were some of the negative thoughts to the portal?
Yeah, so going into it, I think I was just so, I was so ready to just leave and like get my name out there. And there, of course, were like moments where I was like, I don't know if the school is gonna like my stats. Of course, I wasn't playing a lot, and so I really just depended on my freshman year. And then I had a couple good games when I did get to play my sophomore year. So I was just really praying that like somebody kind of like watched a lot of my film and just kind of gave me a chance there. And so that was probably my only worry, but I was just very blessed to be able to actually had some a lot of coaches reach out. And then like Tony Kemper, who is my head coach now, he got the job like early March, but he was at Marshall University, which is also in the Sun Belt that Arkansas State's in. So he had actually scouted me, and known about me prior. And so just him like being able to know who I was as a player was just like super big for me because he had already known about me and he had like seen my talent even through like the fact that I wasn't playing much. And so he reached out to me. But yeah.
So now being at Arkansas Central, how was the adjustment? Adjusting to a new team can be hard, a new system. How was that for you?
It was actually pretty easy. I think I give a lot of kudos to like my teammates. Just very easygoing girls and like super sweet. Like we get along very well. Our chemistry is pretty great. I mean, we were very successful in our first year, and we're still going. And so that's just like a testament to the girls I think Coach Kemper recruited and who we have here. And so I never really struggled like I guess fitting in with a group of people, but like they made it really easy and like everyone's just super fun to be around.
So how is it on the court? How is it adjusting to playing under a new system after playing under somebody for 2 years?
Yeah, it was different. There were some things I had to adjust to for sure, just like offensively and defensively. But it did come pretty easy. Like Coach Kemper, he just wants to play and wants to play fast, and that's the way that I best play with. And so that was pretty easy adjustment. So yeah, that wasn't really a big struggle.
So what's some advice that you have for people that are maybe kind of in your position last year considering the transfer portal and maybe having some doubts? What's your advice for those people?
Yeah, I would just say like don't give up on like know who you are, like know your worth is not in basketball. I think I struggle with that a lot of like I didn't play, I would just completely just be torn apart and that's just like any athlete, but just being able to realize that like it's not the end of the world and that you just have to keep working and keep like because one day it will be able to show. And so all the hours that I was in the gym not getting to play last year, it's finally getting to show this year. And so just kind of being patient and trusting, just trusting the process and trusting what you're able to do is.
And how did you deal with like cuz not playing can struggle with the mental health. So what are some things that you do in general like just to step away from basketball to not associate with your playing time as you as a person?
Yeah, I'd probably say like some of my hobbies just include like I play the guitar, and so just like escaping
Mhm.
like basketball. That's probably the way I do just like music and stuff. But yeah, that is hard because it's just like all you're consumed with. But like the best thing you can do for yourself is just like not just realize that like basketball is not end all be all, and that there is one day that it will come to an end, and it is not like all you are. And so just being able to find things outside of basketball are very important. Just like being with your friends and like your family and realizing that those are the priorities in your life and basketball is just a blessing that you get to do every day. Just realizing that is very important. And so for me, I really just had to keep praying and just like hoping that God was going to put me in a better place. And so yeah, I think just being able to distance yourself and just know the difference between like your life outside of basketball and then basketball. So.
So you said you played the guitar. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Yeah, so I started playing the guitar during COVID.
Okay.
My dad, he doesn't know how to play the guitar, but it's my dad's guitar. And I was really bored during COVID, and I'd always wanted to play the guitar, but I just like would always
Mhm.
get frustrated when I would try. And one day I was just on TikTok, and it was like a really easy way to like learn this one song that I really liked. And so I was like, let me give this a shot. And so
Mhm.
I was bored, so I went and picked up the guitar, and I was like, I started doing it, and I was like, wait a minute, like this isn't bad. And so I got it, and then from there I just like kind of taught myself through YouTube, and so now I'm pretty good at it, and I enjoy it a lot. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Now my next question is besides playing the guitar outside of basketball to take a step away from that in school. Well, first, what is your major?
My major is public relations.
Oh, so what do you want to do with that?
So it's kind of tough. So at Arkansas State, I was creative media production, and at UCA they don't have that. So the closest thing to that is public
Mm.
But I basically want to like work for like a university or like the NBA, somewhere in basketball where like I do like social media management and like content creation. I
Mm.
like videography, so just somewhere in that realm where I'm just kind of like promoting, kind of marketing for a team or something. So somewhere along those lines.
Okay, okay. That's what I did. We're gonna have to
Oh,
collab. I
like
got mines in digital media communications, but that's what I
oh
do now.
oh wow, I want to be like you.
Yes. So, what are your favorite things outside of basketball about Arkansas Central?
Yeah, so I love this campus. Like I love Conway. It's such a great little city. It has everything you need. It's not far from my home, so it's like 3.5 hours. So that part's nice. Yeah, I just really like the community. I know a lot of people that don't play basketball. I have a lot of friends involved in like SGA and like other stuff, and so just having that community is really fun. But yeah, I really enjoy this city of Conway.
Okay, so when you're done with basketball, you have another year left. But would you consider still staying there, or do you want to go back home?
I do. I don't want to go back home. I probably won't stay out either. I don't know where I want to go, but probably I don't know. My sister lives in North Carolina, and then I have another sister that's in Michigan, and so we're kind of all over the place. Probably somewhere north, either like on the East Coast or up north. So probably don't want to.
Ooh. So you like the East Coast vibe?
I do. I do. I enjoy it. I would live there if I could. So we'll see though.
Well, they do a lot of marketing stuff there, especially East Coast is a big market for
That's
marketing.
that's very
Yeah.
true.
So, what else? Like, what are some things? Like, what are your favorite movies? What's your favorite TV show? You got people recommending to watch? Like, what else?
Oh man, okay, I'm not the biggest like movie guru, and I'm not the biggest like I don't watch a lot of TV, but I have been watching The Bachelor recently.
Hmm.
It's pretty far. I've kind of got on that train, but besides that, I saw the new rom com with Sydney Sweeney. I forgot what it's called. But it just came out and it was really good. I suggest that movie. And then, yeah, I'm not the best here with this subject, but every now and then I'll dabble in some stuff. But yeah, The Bachelor right now.
Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna ask you some questions, kind of about like your teammates and people who you played against. Who's been the best defender that you've like ever played against throughout your whole basketball career?
Oh, best defender. That's tough. Sometimes I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good. Someone that just always shuts me down. I don't know if there's one. I don't know if there's one person that just shuts me down like that. Um, Maybe on the team, I would say probably probably Leah Mafua on the
Mhm.
team. She's a really good defender. She kind of knows my moves now. So she's kind of figured me out a little bit. Probably her. She's our go-to girl for whoever we need to stop. She's our go-to girl. So I'd probably say on our team, Leah.
Okay. Now I know you are a shooter, but have you played with any other like really really good shooters that you're like they're a really good shooter?
Yeah, I have. So of course Kinley Fisher, the girl that I play with right now,
Mhm.
uh, she's lethal. She's pretty good. Definitely her. Um, Kind of going blank on all these amazing shooters. I had a friend that a teammate that goes to Fairfield right now. She was at North Texas, but for pro skills, she was a. I mean, she could hit a shot from anywhere. So, Kendall Magruder was her name. Yeah,
Oh,
she was really good. Um, Man, there's just a lot of great 3-point shooters I've played with, but yeah,
yeah, those.
those two, yeah, I would say those two.
So being a shooter, who's a point guard that like was a really good point guard for you? Like knew your spots, knew where you were gonna be. Because being a shooter, that's very important to have a really good point guard.
Yeah. I would say So last year I played with Izzy Higginbottom, and she's just a kind of a floor general. She kind of just she knows what she's doing, of course, and so it was fun to play with her. She kind of knew everything and where to go, and so she did a good job of just directing us. So I'd say Izzy.
Okay. And my final question is, who's just been a teammate that's just been like a really good teammate that you play with, like even if they weren't playing, they were just really good on the bench, just great communicator, just all around a good teammate.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is Morgan Wallace. I played with her my freshman year at Arkansas State. She's from Little Rock. She was probably by far my favorite teammate I've ever had. She was a senior while I was a freshman, and she just knew everything. And she could play the 1 through 5. Like she was, I think she's probably like 6 foot 5'11", maybe a little shorter than that. Maybe I'm giving her some inches, but she just knew everything, and she was just very motivational. And as a freshman, to have that, she kind of took me under her wing, and so she was just great all the time. Just very motivating, great communicator. She'd always help me when I kind of messed up, and in a very gentle and friendly way. And so that meant always a lot to me. So I'd probably say her.
Okay, okay. Now my next question is like kind of a little fun basketball questions. Who is your top 5 all-time WNBA players?
Top five. I'm gonna get roasted for not knowing top five here, but I say all time. I gotta go with Sue Bird. I love Sue Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got to go with. Let's see. These might be all guards, just because.
That's fine. That's your top 5.
All right, these might be all guards here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna say I really like Kelsey Plum. I really like the way she can score the ball.
You
Um,
kind of look like Kelsey Plum. Has somebody ever told you that?
Plum. Hey, that's a compliment. I've never got it. Okay. Arike. I don't want to butcher her last name, so I'm not gonna say it.
I'd be saying
Um,
it wrong all the time.
Umbagwe. Is it? I want to.
Agumawale? I think it's
Yeah,
Agumawale. One
something
of
like that.
those.
All right, that's three.
Mm-hmm.
We get more. All
2
right.
more.
Let me throw Brianna Stewart in there. Let me throw Stewie in there,
That's
and
fair.
then I'm gonna put Asia Wilson. I'm gonna do
That's
those
fair.
five.
That's fair.
Do
And
those
my
five.
next question is, who do you think is going to be in the Final Four of Division One basketball?
Oh, that's a tough question. You know what? I don't know. Like this is actually like gonna be an interesting year. This is gonna be a very interesting year.
March Madness is going to be crazy. If somebody gets a perfect bracket,
That's
you.
gonna be third. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna say South Carolina.
yeah,
South
of
Carolina.
course. They're still undefeated.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think LSU's gonna make it, so we're not doing LSU. I don't think they will. Um, I'm gonna go Iowa. I think they could get back. I think they get back there.
If you
Um,
got Caitlyn on your team, you got a chance.
that's facts. That's facts. Hmm. Man, I want to say Virginia Tech, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have a good run. Or
I'd
Utah.
say Virginia Tech too. I
You would
like
say that?
Utah.
I know. Yeah.
I like
Colorado.
Pilly.
Yeah, she's so good. Uh, this is tough. Like you usually know who's gonna be in your Final Four, but like not this year. Um. I don't know. I'm trying to think maybe USC because I mean I don't know.
Juju just had 50 and 29 today.
That's just yeah. I don't know. You can't mess with Juju, so I don't. All right, we might just throw in. We got South Carolina
You
and
said South Carolina, Virginia Tech.
yeah, Virginia Tech, Iowa, and then I'm gonna finish with Colorado. I'm gonna go with Colorado.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or we'll see. We'll see though.
Okay. Now, my other question is, who is your top five NBA players of all time?
Oh, okay, okay. All right, all times. Okay, I'm gonna go Kevin Durant,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Wilt Chamberlain,
Okay, that's a new one.
and then Jokic. Um, Steph. I gotta go Steph. He
Yeah,
just ball. Was
that's
that
fair.
four?
Three.
Okay.
What was it for? You said
What
no. Yeah, KD, Jokic, Steph.
and Wilt
Oh
Chamberlain.
yeah, you got four, so you got one more.
People might no. I'm saying LeBron. I think LeBron just is great, so I gotta go with LeBron. I didn't say
Yes,
my. I didn't say that's crazy, but
that's okay. That's your top five.
oh yeah. All right, that's my top.
So, so now back to you. How are you guys doing in conference? What's your record? And yeah.
So we're doing really great in conference. We're two right now, right behind Florida Gulf Coast. We just
Woo.
finished 9-0 at home for this stretch. So we're undefeated at home. I wish I could tell you our record. I had it on our board. I forgot now. But
So you have no more home games.
no, we have two more. Uh, I think we have three more actually. We have three more home games.
So you guys
Um,
are number two.
yeah, we're number two in conference right now. We go to Florida Gulf Coast on Thursday, so that'll be big.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll
I
be a big.
need. Where's that gonna be on? I need to watch that.
ESPN Plus. It's gonna be on ESPN Plus. You gotta
Oh yeah,
tune in.
I'm watching that.
Yeah, it'll be a
You
big
said
game.
you said Thursday at what time?
Thursday at I think 5 or 6. I think it's six. I want to say 6, but
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
yeah, prime time. It'll be a great game. But yeah, no, we're doing really well. Very excited for this team. I think we could make a lot of noise, and so uh, yeah, it's really exciting.
What's your goals for this season? I know you want to play Florida Gulf Coast. Of course, you want to beat them. They've been in the top of that
Yeah.
conference for such a long time, and you guys are at the bottom, and so did a full 360. So,
Oh yeah.
what's the goals for the end of the season coming up?
The goal, I would say, we of course a conference championship. I think is of course one of the goals. Um, and then we really want to go undefeated at home, and I think it's very possible. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we want to finish undefeated at home, win a conference championship, and then, I mean,
Sky's the limit.
the sky's the limit. So, like, playing that first game of 64 in the NCAA tournament, that would be amazing. So, probably I mean, if we win a conference championship, we'll automatically go. But same goal there. But yeah, we want to play in the NCAA tournament, or at least make a postseason tournament if that doesn't work out. So
So, who's your final for the final stretch? Who do you guys play? Florida Gulf Coast Thursday.
then we'll play Stetson on Saturday, which is a team in Florida, and then we'll go to we'll be at home against Bellarmine, who we beat, and then we'll play Eastern Kentucky the next following Saturday at home, who is our only loss in conference. I believe like we're 8-1 in conference, and they're our only loss.
You lost
And
to
then
Eastern Kentucky. What did?
we, yeah, we did.
Who
not
was
a good.
there? It was just a bad game.
Yeah, offensively it was rough. And so, I mean, and they were undefeated at home. Their place is kind of tough to play, and it's kind of an odd looking gym. It's got, it's just odd. And we just had a little off night. But when they come to our house, it will be a little different story for sure.
Revenge.
We're right now. Then we'll go to Austin P, and then we'll go to Lipscomb, and then I think we'll have one more game in March before we start preparing for the tournament. So we've got a fair amount of games left. We've got like 7 left in conference, I think, or so. So yeah, that's what it will look like.
So preparing for this Florida Gulf Coast game, how are you mentally preparing? Because this is a big game, and you guys are number 2 versus number 1.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this last night. So they played last night. They played Eastern Kentucky last night, and I was watching it. And I'm just like, I'm very excited. I'm like a little nervous, but I'm like all the butterflies of like this is a huge game getting to be a part of, and just mentally just kind of getting my head in the right place and worried about the right things, and just getting ready to fuel my body for this week. Just drinking a lot of water, getting ready to go. Um, and I think all the girls are very excited about this game. So I think we'll have a good head on our shoulders when Thursday rolls around.
I will be watching.
Oh yeah, please tune in. It'll be fun.
So my last and final question: what impact do you want to leave on basketball when the ball stops bouncing?
Great question. I want to leave an impact that, um, you know, to just play the game that you've always you've played growing up. That it's not the end of the world if things don't go your way. Like it's basketball. It's fun. It's a privilege to play. And just kind of leaving an impact of a winning culture, I guess, here at Central Arkansas, and leaving with good teammates, and just establishing a good culture for this program to continue being good, um, and having the sugar bear culture stay the same here. And so yeah, I'd probably just say winning mindset, and a leadership mindset.
That's a great answer.
Thank
Well, thank you for coming on here and talking to me.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you guys for watching. If you get to this point of the video, I want you to put a bear in the comments to let us know that you got to this point in the video. Wishing them good luck. If I upload this video like before, after, whatever time, they're going to eventually be in conference and playing. Just wish her some luck on getting some wins. This is our second Central Arkansas player that's on the podcast. So we're team Central Arkansas. Even
Oh
if
yeah.
y'all we're on their side. We want all the W's and wins for them. Wishing you the best of luck on the rest of your season and much success, and to go to the tournament, that would be such a blessing, an
Oh yeah.
amazing thing. And I'll be tuned in on, what day is that? February
8th, February 8th.
February February 8th, 2024, to watch Florida Gulf Coast versus Central Arkansas, the number 1 seed versus number 2 seed, to see what happens. And yes, y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all wish her some luck on the rest of her season, her junior season. And we're glad the transfer portal was a blessing for you, because lots
Yes.
of people don't like the transfer portal, but this is a story that has come to this is a blessing for her to be able to play at this level, do a 360, and she's enjoying and having fun with basketball, which what it's all about. So
Yeah.
thank y'all again. Please like, comment, subscribe. More women's basketball segment videos will be coming soon.
Thank you.
Peace. Thank you.